corporation 2008-2009 figure of 6,922 crores. And mind you, what SEBI has highlighted is this OFCD, optional fully convertible debentures, are shown as unsecured loans in the balance sheet.
That's right.
As shown as unsecured loans. What happens? What happens? God forbid. I mean, it doesn't happen. If the system collapses and they're not being able to pay back the people, who will be blamed for this?
No, we'll be the first of the blocks to blame SEBI, as far as all of us are concerned. As far as the entire press is concerned, the entire media is concerned, our guns would be trained immediately on SEBI, and we'll probably be the first people to say that, hey, you're the guys who haven't done your job. What were you doing when the IPO was coming, in case something happens?
Definitely, there's explanation. And if you're given a company 6 months of time,
right,
and the company comes up with vague answers, and one of the answers replies were that all the staff has gone for vacations, and so this you will have to.
What is that again? What is that again?
All the staff has gone out for vacations.
What?
I mean, you're coming up with an IPO, and if you mention this as an excuse, I mean, the SEBI still accepted it.
No, could we go through that again, please? Could you read that out?
It has mentioned one of the replies that all our staff are gone out on vacation.
Sahara has mentioned this in its reply to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, that we have not been able to supply you with the information that you want because our staff has gone on leave because of vacation.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes. That is clearly mentioned in the orders.
All right.
And they also talk about a kind of intimidation.
Right.
By the way, that this particular thing has always been taken up with the Minister of State for Corporate Affairs. And that they found it intimidating, because you are being asked about an answer to a query and you are quoting the Minister of State, Mr. Salman Khurshid, on this particular tab. And even that is accepted by the whole time member. But he says this is a verbal, this is just, there's no letter from the Minister of State, Mr. Salman Khurshid, to justify the comments of Sahara. You can't conclude. It is just an, they call it an intimidation. This is sort of intimidation. When they said that this particular thing has been already informed to the Minister of State, Mr. Salman Khurshid, who's looking after the corporate affairs. Now, should the SEBI, for a query, ask the Minister of State for Corporate Affairs to answer a query pertaining to Sahara? I mean, these are the things. If you see the order, it's a detailed order. It shows every vague explanation given has been taken, has been considered, pondered, and then a detailed report has been placed. And after that, they also say that this huge quantum of private money accumulated by the way, deposit accumulated by the way of private circulation could not be with the active connivance of the promoters of the group. Now that is where I call again, this is the first time any order is mentioning the Sahara chairman. It has never happened.
That's right.
Even the other day we were discussing even the Reserve Bank of India, when it acted in 2008 or 2009, it was voluntary act of the chairman to go.
Yes, he went there himself and sorted things out.
And give an explanation.
From whatever we remember, yeah.
And give an explanation.
No, but this thing is likely to turn uglier. The point is, this thing is likely to turn uglier, and that will be sad. That will be really and truly sad. I hope better sense prevails, and I hope the parties concerned go to the proper forums to do whatever they have to do.
And the allegations, as you mentioned, sir. I mean, allegations, as you mentioned, sir. They also mentioned that some, some people have asked some kind of money. All these kind of allegations. I mean, these things show that this has not been professionally drafted. When you put charges against the SEBI or the presiding officer.
No, my point is, just a minute, Pradeep. Just a minute. We are reading this out. Let's take a look. It says, it mentions. Now I won't read out the complete thing, but it says it mentions the legal opinion of people like Sri A.M. Ahmadi, former Chief Justice of India, Sri C. Achuttan, former presiding officer, Securities Appellate Tribunal. It also mentions Mr. Sri S.P. Kurdukar, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Sri A.K. Mamadhan, Advocate, High Court of Bombay, and Sri U.P. Mathur, former Secretary, Company Law Board, and former Director of Inspection and Investigation of the Department of Company Affairs, Advocate and Corporate Law Consultant. Now, obviously, these people are on your payroll. These people are people that you have consulted, right? In सब लोगों को आपने consult किया, and you have given them their consultation fee. So, why couldn't you get a proper draft made? I still can't figure out. You've got Justice Ahmadi, whose opinion you have solicited. You've got so many other people, Kurdukar, retired his lordship of the Supreme Court, and you come out with this, and I read it again. It says, unfortunately, some officers bearing the grudges against the Sahara India Parivar, repeatedly not fulfilling their spelt as in THERE, vested legal demands, have gone to the extent of uploading the order on the website and not supplying it directly to the company. This is but obvious to whimsically hit the company and disturb its well-wishers and investors from associating with it. Now, who writes this stuff? I don't know what to say. Who writes all this stuff? In any event, all right. One final word from you, Pradeep, especially where Sahara is concerned. Go right ahead.
Sir, I mean, one thing is there, I mean, the right forum would be for them, they've been given 30 days of time to, in fact, to react and go back to the, in fact, he has also written the order that they can come and have a personal hearing. They also quoted that personal hearing had also earlier been given to one of the directors of Sahara, but nothing concrete. I mean, they have, on their level, they have tried, they say they have tried everything. They waited for 6 months, they had personal hearing, but nobody bothered to tell us about the private circulation, the accumulated amount of 4,834 crores. And it's very digest to believe something comes before presiding officer and he finds that when a query is raised about a quantum of money, and if you don't follow the norms of disclosure, if you don't want to disclose even after 6 months, you're trying to circumvent the entire law. I mean, it's difficult to digest. The detailed order has come. Now the point is, even in Sahara India Commercial Corporation, they say 6,922 crores, OFC optional fully convertible debentures, treated unsecured loans in the balance sheet. Where does this money come from? And this will go in all, I mean, these queries will be put or pointed out or highlighted by all authorities across the balance sheet in all the companies. I mean, there's no way you can say that this doesn't come under jurisdiction. If it is clean, come out with it. If it is absolutely true, please reflect it. It is, the ends of justice are going to be met only when you absolutely crystal clear about whatever is there in the balance sheet or what are the application you put, IPO application before the SEBI.
That's right, and perhaps they should get somebody to draft this thing in a proper manner. But anyway, that's my own personal opinion. However, this fight has really turned ugly. This fight between SEBI and Sahara has really and truly turned ugly. And I think it's likely to get uglier. Right, Pradeep? Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, time for us to take a look.